All right, so I was still continuing with my video, and a message popped up that there was no more room on my hard drive on my computer. So I hooked up to a another device with a little bit more storage on it, and so I'm going to wrap this up because there's really just a few more things that I want to say, so that the people who are investigating and the supporters and the media will take this more seriously. It's not like I'm going after the Catholic Church, or it's that this is evidence that I proved and I experienced firsthand from my mom. And when the Bernie Madoff case was exposed, it was talked about the Jews and the Greeks. So this should not be anything that should be hidden or anything that should be wrong for me talking about. So back to what I was talking about. So this with the Novus Ordo, the women from the Catholic Church are being taught to secretly demonically sexualize females, and they're turning into lesbians, and then they're going after females, and they're going after Protestants. They've always gone after Protestants, and because they're against Jesus' teachings. But it's so confusing for just your regular general population to understand, because if you look at the throughout the United States, each city will, if you look at the like the how many people are certain religions in this city and that city, how many are atheists, agnostic, how many are just secular, they don't identify with any. The vast majority of people don't even have time to read the Bible, okay? But that was my calling, and so I was reading the Bible regularly every day. Every day, I somehow, I don't know how, I don't even know how I was doing it, but I was reading the Bible every day, even if it was just for a minute. But much of the time I was reading it, and then I would lose track of time. That's how long I would read the Bible for. And so I wanted to talk about how they've made the women into volatile people, and then these volatile women are teaching other women to do this, and so that's why the women in the government are so volatile. But a lot of these women now in the community are nothing like that. The seniors are nothing like that, but they're telling them to be like that. Once you're on their radar because you were trapped, whether it's through medical and then you ended up in the legal system, or you had to go to family court or probate, or you called the police because of you were reporting a crime, that put you on their radar, and then that's when they ramp up. Or even at the post office, you complain to the post office, and now that puts you on the radar, and they're going to perpetrate this MO that I talk about, this cruel Catholic MO. Oh, mock, ridicule, ignore, slander, lie, deny, do all these wicked games, behave bizarre, pretend, on and on and on. You can read my Patch Part 1 through 5 articles, and the article I'm going to post at the bottom of the videos. This one will be Part 2, to see what I posted on Patch on February 15th, 2019. So the reason behind this is, and like I was talking in the previous video, that this global warming must have been hijacked by the Roman Catholics, and now it's about human trafficking, and then you talk about how women all these years, decades, centuries are supposed to be sex objects, and we keep trying to change it, but the Catholic Church keeps working against that. Okay, so I guess they infiltrated into the Protestant churches, and then, I mean, it's just so wicked. And I'm staying Christian, the way of Jesus, the Prince of Peace doctrine, and so I guess the more the death sentence is, okay? So that's, I guess, where they're leading, is that's why they want to kill babies. And I didn't know that's what abortion was about. I was misled by abortion. but it's about killing babies. Oh yeah, have sex, who cares? Kill the baby. Oh my goodness, that's nothing about what I really believe. I would never want an abortion for me, and I never, excuse me for getting personal, I've never had an abortion. And but I had been supportive if a woman wanted an abortion because I wouldn't want the woman to be injured. So I suppose if I was running for political office, I wouldn't be, I'm all for abortion or I'm all not for abortion. I would be speaking about the specific issue, and that I wouldn't want somebody to get an abortion. I wouldn't want a woman, though, to die because she got a botched abortion that was illegal. So I'm not clear on how I would present that in a political arena, but it's complex. So it's confusing to hear these Republicans and conservatives sometimes, especially from the men, because they claim they're for pro-life, but why do they treat women and females so degrading? It's just mind-boggling. Are they Catholic? And a lot of them are. And if you look at the Catholic teaching, they degrade females. So it just doesn't make any sense. So, and then they teach to use women, use her up, and then you see the divorce come up. And that's not the way of Jesus. Completely opposite. I talked about that in my other videos. So all of this is leading to discord in our society. It's like a war against the sexes. When you come down to it, if you see the Democrats, I posted on Facebook, the Democrats are run by the women Catholics who are feminists and lesbians and Jewish. And then you see the Republicans, and those are run by the so-called traditional Catholics. And the Protestants, who I believe were hijacked from the Catholics, and they think that a woman is supposed to put out. Well, that's not the teaching of Jesus. Why would this Protestants support the Catholics who are destroying me through the legal system and have destroyed me and tortured me and terrorized me through the legal system, like my landlord who claims to be a Protestant Christian, and he's so against helping females and women with children. It makes absolutely no sense at all. So it's against Jesus' teachings. So the Roman Catholics are teaching not to be peaceful, and they are teaching to steal, even though that's against the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not steal, okay? And then the New Testament, we're taught not to steal as a Christian. And then I guess somewhere along the line, they were teaching the 7 deadly sins, and stealing is a sin. So why the Catholics are teaching that is because they're Romans. And so you need to speak out against it. Don't go along with it. Because they're attacking so many people. And I guess during the Obama administration, they had to ramp up the stealing and terrorizing because Obama sent the work out to Mexico and China and these other countries. And so there was less money, jobs being generated here in the United States. It just got so wicked and unbalanced. And with all this sex abuse going on in the church, they're trying to get the money anywhere that they can. And so unsuspecting people like myself are caught in the middle. And I was just living a quiet lifestyle, and I just never met the man that was right for me, we would be equally yoked. And that would be another Christian, and he would be practicing from the New Testament, not from Jewish times or from the Romans. He would be studying from the New Testament, from the Holy Bible. So this has all just gotten so out of hand, and it's just privilege for the Catholics, and you need to speak out against it. If we're to reclaim the United States, which was under Calvinism, the Puritans, then we need to speak up and speak out against this, because it's so horrific and so barbaric that U.S. citizens like myself are completely being destroyed for fighting for our rights, our property rights, our human rights, our civil rights, our basic fundamental rights. So it's not Sharia law that is ruining all of this over the years. It is the Holy See canon laws, and they will use, the media will use claiming that it's Sharia law that is working its way in. It is absolutely not Sharia law, but I wouldn't want to be under Sharia law. I don't want to be under the Holy See canon laws. And so I'm just asking everybody to please keep fighting back. We do not want this in the United States anymore. They've wiggled their way in. This is illegal. It's against the law. And stand your ground. Be brave. Fight civilly against it. And just remember this scheme that the Catholics are perpetrating on us U.S. citizens and people that are coming here that are peaceful people, like the couple from New Zealand. You need to tell other people. You need to warn other people about this, and you need to write to your representatives that you're against this. You need to demand that this be in the news, that we need to be warned about this, because these people are controlling the city council members, they're controlling the board of supervisors, they're controlling the federal local federal government. They've got the wool pull over their eyes. These men were going after women because the Catholic Church created these volatile feminist women, lesbians and feminists, and they thought the wool was pulled over their eyes, these men in the government, and they thought that was all women because they didn't understand the message of Jesus Christ, that Adam had charge over the garden, and Adam was not deceived by Eve, and that the Roman Catholic Church lied all these centuries about that. So again, thank you very much for listening. I will keep posting. 2 days is the inspection, and we'll see how my computer works out. I'm not sure how to deal with this. I'm so far the video is recording. This is on another external device, and so let's see if I could post this. All right, I will post in the comments the patch article that I posted on February 15th, 2019 that talks about this buying and selling that the Roman Catholics don't want us to do, and they're calling it the mark of the beast, which they are Satan worshipers. That's what they're doing. All right, thank you very much. All right, bye-bye.